Hi, Peter. Thank you for your time. Welcome to Lucia Craft. This year marks the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations between China and Sweden. So what's your view about the Sino-Swedish cooperation over these years?
The 14th of January 1950, when the Swedish Minister of Foreign Affairs sent his telegram to Prime Minister Zhou Enlai, recognizing China, the People's Republic of China. It's really staggering, with such a huge interchange between Sweden and China and the establishment of so many Swedish companies in China. We have more than 600 Swedish companies active in China. Some of them, of course, have been here for more than 100 years. And when I speak to some colleagues who have been in China for a long time, they tell me that during a period, every single month there were so many Swedish companies established in China. And it's been a very interesting journey and very rewarding journey, with a much deeper cooperation between Swedish companies and Chinese companies, and also between the governments, of course.
About the chamber, how many member companies do you have?
We have approximately 240 member companies here in China, and most of them have been members of the chamber for a long time, but we continually get new members as well. So we act as an important channel for Swedish business in China since many years ago.
Can you share some achievements or some examples of the Sino-Swedish cooperation, especially in the sustainable areas?
In trade, I think we've seen a tremendous development over the years. I mean, it's been growing on both sides, both Swedish exports into China as well as Chinese exports into Sweden. It's a very dynamic trade relationship. And I'm hopeful that during this year we'll see much closer contacts between the Swedish government and Chinese government. And from the business side, we're really looking forward to that. But I have to say that during all these years, we've had very good contacts with our friends in the Chinese business community, as well as in the government relations that we as companies have in China. We see a lot of innovation in sustainability, but of course also in the pharmaceutical and the med-tech field. There's also a lot of innovation, cooperation. The same goes for robotics. One of our members have recently almost tripled their robotics factory here in China. There's a lot of research going into that. And I would also say in the consumer field, we have two our large consumer and retail companies here, very active in China.
In which areas as China and Sweden can further strengthen cooperation in the future?
I think I already mentioned sustainable cities. I think that is a good area, and I think there's a big need in China to further. I know the Chinese are already working on it, but there's a lot to do in terms of sustainable cities, and I'm thinking then of water usage and sewage treatment, garbage, recycling, heating and cooling as well. So there's a lot of competence in that field in Sweden, also in China, but I think there's a lot of complementarity. And then we have members who are very active in the power and electrical field, and that's also something where China is very advanced, but still where cooperation can be very useful. So I think there are many areas where we still see strong development in the Sino-Swedish relations on the commercial side.
Yeah, can I ask your advices to the Swedish companies who want to come into the Chinese market?
The Chinese market is, of course, a huge market. It's very complex, and it's important to have a very clear strategy, what part of that market that you want to aim for. And it's, of course, very important also to choose the right partners. In China, there are so many different companies and with different competences, so and also different regions. So it's important to choose the right place to be as well as the right partners. But if you do, there's a lot of opportunities in the Chinese market.
When we talk about the Chinese New Year, the Spring Festival, we always talk about the Spring Festival Gala, in Chinese, 春节联欢晚会. So have you seen it before?
I have seen before, and it's an amazing, a very special event, yes.
So which programs you prefer?
I like the singing, dancing. I think it's also so coordinated and it's so impressive to see, and quite amazing to watch. I would really like to send my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to all Chinese friends and Swedish friends present here in China for the next year, the year of the snake, which will be amazing for all of us, I hope.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.